Hi, it's Bianca from Secret Garden. Welcome to my tutorial on how to make your dried flower crown. So when you purchased it, you got it in a box like this. We open it up. You would have seen the card where it gives all the instructions. And then we have a wire which is the base for the flower crown, covered wire, and the ribbon. So what we're going to do is just open it up, get all the flowers out, and you're going to take your base wire, and you'll see I've already made a loop at the end, and this is actually where the ribbon is going to be tied at the end. So for now we're going to take our base wire, our covered wire, to attach to the base. Okay, and just unravel this quickly. And so the first step is just to make sure that the loop gets closed. So we're going to attach the covered wire to the end by just looping it around a couple of times. Okay, so that's basically all we're doing. We're just making sure that that loop gets covered. Alright, and then the fun part starts. So really the formula, you could say, but I mean this is not a precise calculation because it's supposed to be fun. But what we do is we take groups of three different flowers, and then we place them in a V all the way down, so that you're basically covering both sides of the crown. So it's really up to you which flowers you combine. You know, it must be something that you prefer. So to start off with, I'm going to take one of the green leaves, a bunny tail, and the status. So you just place them all together, and depending on how you want it, you can take the bunny tail and stick it out a bit more. And then what we do is we're going to place it right at the end. So it's actually preferable if it covers the loop. And then you're just going to be tying around, I'd say 4 times to make it nice and secure. Okay, so that's your first step. Then you're literally just going to carry on. Let's take one of the everlastings, some hydrangea, and one of the grasses. So you're just placing them together, and so now we're going to be placing them on the sides. So the first one was in the center, and then from there on it'll be on the sides, and around again for 4 times. Next one, let's take the latifolia, maybe one of the phalaris, and the everlastings. Yeah, so you know, if you want to keep the crown quite small and petite, then group them quite close to each other. But if you want them to be nice and free and wild, then make sure that, you know, they stick out quite a bit. So it really depends on you how you want to create your flower crown. So then this gets placed on the other side, and so it starts to look something like that. Okay, so like I said, there's no real science behind this, but it's really up to you how you want to design this. I've just really given you the tools to create it. So this goes now on the other side. And you'll see you're going to place it, the stems, at the base of the wire, so that the wire at the back will be continuous. So that's really what it's going to look like at the back. So, you know, depending on how much time you've got, but I'm assuming this is for relaxation, that you're going to be doing this for some fun. Yeah, it can take a while, but it's also quite therapeutic. So you're really just making sure it's one continuous line the whole way through. Okay, so this is what it's starting to look like, and from the back. So this is what it's looking like at the moment, from the front and the back. I'll see all the wires there. See, I'm right at the end. You'll see the little loop is there. So what we want to do is go as far as we possibly can. So I'm going to add a few more. I've still got some left. I'm just going to add as much as I can to make it as bushy as I can right at the end, because I want to cover that little loop. So I'm not sticking to my rule of 3, I'm just using as much as I can. I'm using all these little leftover bits. Okay, this will probably be my last one. Alright, then what I'm going to do is cut all these little pieces off, all these stalks. Try and get it as neat as possible. Alright, let's go as well. And alright, And then I'm just going to cover my loop. Because this will be right at the end, so no one's going to see it, as long as it's neat. But really the ribbon is going to be covering it anyway. We just want to make sure that that loop is secure. And so that's what we do at the end. Cut that off, secure that. And so you'll see this is what it looks like from the front. It's really nice and wild and natural. And this is what it looks like from the back. Alright, then what we're going to do is take our ribbon. It's disappeared down here. So we're going to take our ribbon and then put it through the loops. Okay, and then just bend it into a semicircle. And then how you're going to tie this on your head is this part here will actually cover the back of your head. And then we'll actually tie this again so that it's secure. Alright, so let's see. The thing about flower crowns is you can decide in which direction it's going, if this is going to be the top or if that's going to be the top. It all depends which looks nicer. Let's see, maybe that side. Check if there's no holes showing. All seems good. I'll just show you how you put it on. So remember that part there is going to cover, and then you just tie it. So it's a nice way to secure it properly. Okay, and position it any way you want, and the ribbon, and that's your flower crown. And from the back, I don't know if you can see, but anyway, so this is what it looks like. So it gets secured there and tied, so it's really secure on your head. And like I said before, if you don't want it as wild, then keep the little groups very small and very delicate. But if you want it wild, keep it more longer, and this is what it'll look like. So I really hope this was helpful, and I really hope you enjoy doing your flower crown yourself at home or with your friends or at a party, whatever you're doing. Either way, enjoy looking pretty with your dried flower crown that'll last forever.